I have done the introduction to Jannie this morning there in the Springbok Saal. Jannie, thanks a lot.
It's fine. Thank you everybody for the opportunity to be here today. I'm Chris and everybody that organizes it. I've got a most difficult task to try and do a few things in 45 minutes. It's not so easy because I still think rugby is your sport that actually is the most difficult in terms of conditioning, because there's so many conditioning principles involved: speed, strength, agility, endurance. So if there's a perfect rugby program and you've got it, please bring it to me. I'll definitely do it, but that is not the case at the moment. I think in terms of strength and conditioning, we have to look at a lot of things in terms of that, like mobility, the biomechanics of rugby. How does everybody move? It's not just about bench press and about squats. Remember, I know there's all those fitness tests and all the things you have to do. You have to squat 2 times your body weight and 1.4 your bench press and all those things. Remember, in terms of powerlifting, your body develops totally different if you're a powerlifter or a strength athlete. If you compare it to rugby, you need speed, you need strength, you need agility. So it's not always doing the basics. The basics is very important. So today I'm going to show you a few things that we do. Maybe it's something you can also use in your programs. I've got limited time, so I'm going to see how far I get and see what I can do. So I'm going to start with general warm-up and mobility exercises and also pre-ab. I think a lot of things we do in conditioning these days are from both feet, where actually I think we should do mostly from single leg, because single leg plays a role, unilateral plays a role, anti-rotational plays a role. There's a lot of things in terms of when you tackle, when you carry ball, especially when you start from early ages. I don't know which coaches, I think it's a lot of coaches from different age groups here. And for me, start as soon as possible. 6, 7, 8-year-olds, I've got kids that I help from there. Remember, gym is not always using weights. In terms of mobility, own body weight, strengthening of joints, it's most important. It's easy to build big muscles, but that big muscle is connected to a small little fascia that actually combines the bone. If that thing is not strong, your muscle look good, but it breaks. I know high school kids are still important how they look. That'll come with time in terms of nutrition. But if you work with rugby, we have to do something that you can carry over to the field. So today I'm going to assume that I'm going to show you different exercises in terms of rugby related. We call it exercises we can actually carry through on the rugby field. So basic strength, basic things, I will assume that you guys are up to par and level with that. But I always like to combine own body weight, explosiveness, core with strength training. Because rugby, like Richard always says, scrum machine doesn't scrum back. So you have to actually adjust in terms of every game, every way of conditioning, you have to adjust. So what I'm going to start with, so I've got a lot of things, so I'm just going to see how far I get in terms of what I show you. We've got a function tonight, so please feel free to talk to me, and I'll be, if I can help anyway. And my system and the stuff I do is not that is the perfect thing. Every day evolve new things, looking at new ways of playing. If you've got a team and you've got a big team or small team or fast guys and slow guys, it's all, you have to look at what you've got and you have to actually work out your conditioning program according to that, in terms of fitness, strength, agility, explosive power. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to show you a few pre-ab, mobility and warm-up exercises. Now the first exercise we're going to do, just give the ball. So I've got 2 models here, Brolin and Robin. So the first thing is, if you carry the ball, hold the ball, I'm going to go from one leg. So you want most of the stuff, you don't, when you run, every time, not both feet is on the ground. So it needs to be unilateral, single leg. So we can, this is also quite a good leg exercise as a warm-up exercise. So what we're going to do, you must stabilize that leg, and I'm going to just push it. So you have to stay in different positions, from back, from forward, because you have to focus. When he lands, he needs to be stable. Doesn't need to lock out. And if you do it for 30 seconds on the side, that's a very good exercise in terms of that. So you have to stable. So it's not about his legs, it's about using his core, using anti-rotation, and using stability of his hip flexors as well as his calves. So I'm just going to jump him. You have to, don't jump in every time in one place. So I'm going to jump him. You have to stabilize when he stops. And you can do it from different positions. Silly exercise. Just like that. Working it like that. While I'm doing the second exercise, I'm going to show you. Ek gaan gou 'n rooi rakkie anders. Ag 'n oranje rakkie. Thanks. Now this is also a good stability exercise as well as an exercise for grip. Most of the time the problem with guys in terms of is grip strength. Remember, the strength of my upper body is not my muscles. It's how strong my ribs and my grip is. Same with my legs. The stronger my ankles, the stronger my legs. Always remember that. So that needs to be strong for rugby. Okay. Very ball fast. All this way. Alright. So what we can do, we're going to put elastic this side. You're going to straighten his arms. Okay. So immediately, all depends. I don't have a platform where I can hook it on, but normally you can hook it on any squat rack or bar. So this is my squat rack bar now. So immediately when he stands like this, anti-rotational strength works immediately. So now, and grip strength. So only thing I do, he needs to try and focus to keep his arms straight. So I'm just going to work on this thing here. So he needs to keep it straight, keep his core straight, take it down. Just for 30 seconds, 1 minute intervals, just like that. So grip strength works. Silly exercises, but makes a big difference in terms of joint stability on the shoulders. Because you can have the best player. If he's injured, he can't play. So try and start with, before you do any conditioning, just get the basic stuff, the small muscles, rotator cuffs, core strength. Core strength is not doing 100 sit-ups. It's all this kind of stuff. Anybody want to try it? Feel it? Just ask me if you want to try and feel the difference, you can do it. So you can change sides and swap sides with that as well. Okay. Then, give me a klein rakkie, blou rakkie. Klein, mini band. Next exercise. So with Brolin, he's going to stand mini band, great exercise. Remember, we work all the smaller muscles. Smaller muscles is prime movers for the bigger muscles. Stand in a push-up position. So keep it shoulder width apart. Now you're just going to, while you're standing like that, immediately core is engaged, glutes is engaged, everything is engaged. So you're going to go forward, back, forward, back, side, back, forward, side, back. So that immediately, shoulder stability, core strength is working, and if you do like 5-6 sets of that, it works great. And in that position, while he's there, you can start just doing a side bear crawl. Everybody knows a bear crawl, so keep it straight there, and just move slightly there. All movements there, all movements back, all movements forward. You can actually do it without a mini band, but you play around in terms of 1 minute. Do different walks. Guys, I think what I've seen with the youngsters, ons kruip te min, we crawl too little. That is the basic position. You can check a lot of guys would be like this, the backs would be round. Get into that position, because that's the position that you need to be in terms of engaging your core, working your strength, everything like that. Okay, let me just... Right. Brug uit zo. Also, silly exercise. Remember, a lot of your strength in terms of side step, in terms of sprints, comes from your glutes. You can see our glutes, but it's not necessarily to get big bumps, it's strong bumps. So keep it slightly bent and keep your position straight, and then you just move in that direction. Big steps, small step, engage your core. Anything in terms of, remember, I'm working around ligaments now. Cruciate ligaments, medial ligaments, that's all the things that goes. If you don't strengthen the muscles that support that, it's going to get injured. That's unfortunately how it works. Doesn't matter how strong and how much you can bench press and how much you squat. Then also silly exercise. These, what I've shown, you can actually use as a warm-up before a game, because that is the stuff that really warms you up. Remember, the time is gone when you stretch for half an hour before a game. You stretch out all the explosiveness, and you're going to run in the field and you're going to be dead tired. Difference between stretching, you do that hour before the game. Warm up, you do it before the game. Right. Another shoulder stability exercise. Just keep it straight there. So what you do, you're going forward. So when you're there, you do a row out, and when you're there, you go up in a row up. Okay. Remember, a lot of guys, a lot of bench press, they think they're cool, they walk like this. But the posterior side of the body are very weak. And it's not about putting up, it's about retraction. Right. So when your shoulder's like this and you fall, you're always going to get injured. Clavicle's going to hurt, everything's going to hurt. So important, do a pull and do an overhead press and hold. Do a pull and an overhead. Try and work your rhomboids so your body is in a perfect posture. It's all about posture. You've got a bad posture, you're going to get injured. But the thing is, you can't start when you old as us. So this is the kind of stuff you do with kids primary school, because your success for your players is how early they start in terms of conditioning, doing things like that. And there's a lot of stuff, guys. I can't even show half of it today. Okay, then I'm going to show you a few. Let's do a few core exercises. Silly exercise. All right. Just lie on your back. You can op your rug lê. All right. Now what I want him to do is his arms is in the air. You can try it at home. You don't need a manual for that. So look at me. So he's going to roll to that side, 360 without touching, and then do a jackknife and roll back. Nothing touching. Now you have to use anti-rotational. Engage the glutes, shoulder stability. Do 10 of that. Anybody want to try? Right, silly exercise, but if you do 3 sets of 10 of that, I promise you that's quite hectic. Right, then let's get a band there. I'm gonna show you very basic stuff, and now and then a very advanced exercise. Right, when you got a medicine ball, just very good for props as well. When you do a push-up, you come up, you keep your core for 2 seconds engaged there. Go push up and engage. When you're getting better, you go push up, foot lift, engage. Push up, foot lift, engage. So 3 sets of 5 per side. I promise you, when you do it, combined with a strength exercise like a bench press or clean, your heart rate goes up 160. Easy. Doesn't look easy, but it's quite difficult. So keep your core. See, everything when you do it is engaged. Glutes, shoulder stability, core, ankles. It's like props. Everybody want to squat 180 kilograms. You never work vertical when you're a prop. You work horizontal. So your core needs to be strong. You need to be strong in a horizontal direction. Your glutes, hip flexors, and your ankle. Ankle is very important. All right, then silly exercise again. Remember, all the game we play is anti-rotational stuff, not just rugby, tennis. So I'm going to hold it like that. Right, I'm going to straighten your arms. So immediately, depends on how hard I pull it, how more difficult it is. Now, take it to the lateral that side, like hitting a ball there and up. So what you can do, remember, if you've got a lot of kids, just straight. So you're going to go, on, then ek gaan. So you can work both together. There, I got the weighted ones. Yeah. All right, that's one movement. Other one, turn around, face that side. So again, home down, come. I'm going to go in a lunge position there. So engage there. Right, I'm going to push and you're going to pull. I'm going to push, you're going to push. When it's easy, this is easy. You still can do it, but immediately get into a lunge position there. So if you do that for 30 seconds, it's quite difficult. You're pulling it up. Okay. Then the next one, hold there. Push up position. So you're going to stand in a plank. Stand like that. Right, move further back. More. Right. Now from there, immediately, very important, straight arms. And you pull it underneath your chest. Very important. See what happens there. His hips want to move. Try and keep your hips straight. Slow movements. Hold it. Do that for 30 seconds aside. 3-4 sets. I promise you, it's not easy. And all the stuff we try and do is also to keep your heart rate. So it's all anaerobic. Remember, rugby is an anaerobic game. It's still very important to do your aerobic stuff once or twice a week, longer distances. But you can, you got polar watches. I'll give you sessions that you burn 800-900 calories without running once. So that just by doing core stuff. Right. Then what we can also do, we play a game. Like a fun stuff. Right, in a lunge. Right. Yeah. We put each other around. Yeah. So you go 30 seconds, you pull it. Rugby is not in a straight line. You change sides. Okay. I'm gonna be out of breath. Okay, so dis die tipe goedjies wat jy kan doen in terme van core. So jy kan jou crunches en daai goed doen. Onthou, dis goeie, that's good warm-ups, but it's not the core, it's not the rotational stuff that you need. So what I normally do, I'll always combine a strength exercise like a squat or a deadlift and stuff like that with stuff like that. Because you have to focus on strength and endurance and core and explosiveness. Okay, that's just short in terms of the core stuff. Now we're going to look at different strength stuff. Right, everybody likes bench press. All the kids like bench press, but yeah, guys, you can't just bench press the whole time. I'm going to show you one bench press. Yeah, so with this exercise, it works everything. It works your chest, it works your shoulder stability, works your hip flexors, and it works your core with 6 reps. All depends how heavy you go. All right. All right. So when you got an elastic, all depends what you can take. You turn it. We call it a sprinter stance push-up. A bench press. So when it's there, the elastic, push it up. So immediately when you just hold it there, there's already shoulder stability in place. Now what I'm going to do, if you bump a guy, you bump him with both shoulders. You don't bait him off with one arm. Okay, now I'm going to put a dumbbell. Luckily it's a light dumbbell today. So in this hand is the dumbbell. So this leg he's going to lift. He's going to pull it up, keep his core tight immediately. This leg is going to bend. And he's going to tilt the foot up. That's the sprinter stance. So what you can do later, if you guys get more fit, we can take a little mini band. He's an athlete. I'm going to take a mini band. Think about biomechanics when you watch rugby, guys, and you think all this silly stuff out. Then, now he's pulling it. Right. Now immediately hip flexors is engaged. Remember, speed, hip flexors, hamstrings. Okay. So now this is engaged and is lifted. This arm stays straight because he needs to have stability. With this one, you bench press. But now everything is off center and off guard. When you run, you're off center. You never run like this. So when you run with your kids, maybe sprints, get the 1 or 2 kg dumbbell and just run with that. Okay, and change it. So he's going to do 3 or 4 or 5 exercises. Change sides. Right. That's just that's the kind of stuff we try and do. It's much more difficult. You can bench press 100 kgs. You'll be lucky if you can take a 30. If you can bench press 100, you'll be lucky if you can do a 30 kilogram dumbbell and press it. Just because your core and everything is involved. What I normally do with this, I'll combine it. We'll get to explosive exercises, but this is a good exercise to combine with. You get to steps here. It's an elevated isometric. If you think about rugby, everybody wants to hold up everybody, but nobody practices isometric strength. Isometric strength, there's tension on the muscle, but there's no movement. So I love a wall sit. Basic stuff, you sit against a wall, sit there. Because that's the strength that needs to develop. But this exercise is elevated isometric plyo push-up. So normally if your guy's not strong enough, you can stay for 5 seconds there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. So what happens when he keeps it in isometric? Isometric, there's already tension on the muscle the whole time. Because that's rugby. There's tension on your body the whole time, and when you get the ball, you have to move. So what you can do, if guys are a little bit stronger, gravitation. I'm going to press him 1, 2, 3, 4, and explode from that position. So you have to fight. You have to fight isometrically, fight the ball, and explode. So normally I'll do 5 or 6 reps of that, combine the 6 reps of this. That's one set. Done it with the guys this week as well, and then they ask me, only 3 sets? I say, yeah, only 3 sets. But 3 sets is quite a lot if you combine it. All right. But before you do stuff like that, sorry, I forgot at the warm-up, is if you got elastics, you can stretch. It's difficult to stretch. The thing is, it's all about shoulder mobility. So take your elastic, keep a slight resistance on the band. Then you go all the way down to your bumps. So there, mobility. But if I have to get it back, I have to press it out, and I bring it back. So with this, you can do 10 repetitions. Okay. Muscles are strong. If you got stiff muscles, you're gonna get injured. So you do 10 of these. Then we call it a band apart. You keep it there, you pull it to your chest 30 times. Okay. Because most of the stuff you're doing frontal. A lot of very little stuff you do backwards. But the thing is, all your pulling muscles is very important when you do stuff like that. So you do 2-3 sets of that and combine something with this. It works great. Then different exercise. What we like is to combine a bit of strength work with core. Mr. Spectacular. No. Clean and press it here. So we got different names. We call it different names because we don't have scientific names for this. Clean and press. Yeah, that's renegade rows. We'll get to this one. Okay. Mr. Spectacular. You can either take kettlebells or dumbbells. So you do a clean and press. Okay. You put it down. Then you inchworm with that. You inchworm back. You take it again. Explosive. Or push up. Back, keep your legs straight. So it's a good flexibility exercise, good for your core, and you got explosion. 5 reps, heart rate 160. Okay. So remember, we try and simulate stuff you can do here, we take to the field, but this is only the strength stuff. Okay. Okay, you got it. Right. Yeah. God, I can't stop using. Okay. I've set out a set of dumbbell plates there. Well, you can either, that's quite a good fitness test. You see guys, there's a bit of strength endurance. So you can, it's always good in your gyms to have maybe a leaderboard or some kind of exercise. So this is just plates because we have them. You can make little round blocks. Uitwerk winkel, maak 'n paar blokke. Right, so this works like this. Roland's going to do 2. So 1 push-up, uneven. Both on, uneven. Both on, uneven. Both, uneven. Both, uneven. Both, uneven. Both, and back. Uneven, both. So that's 24 push-ups in a row. Okay. So you make a little competition and see how many guys can go through. It's always a good... Come over here. No, maybe don't do it in the middle of your session, then 2 is enough. But as a bit of a fitness test and a challenge, guys always like a bit of a challenge. Doesn't matter if you're in high school or primary school. Push-up is basic. Remember, everything unevenness. And when you put both hands on the plate, immediately your elbows is tucked in, so you press differently. All the presses is different. Okay, so that's just, we just call it a push-up challenge. Alright? Then right, this is also, we use a bit of strength, stuff like that, in terms of, this is a landmine, easy piece of equipment, you can build it yourself, but you can do quite a lot of it, okay. So all the stuff I do here, I can work out a session if I got 3 or 4, where you don't need a gym, which is much more difficult than just gym. You still need to do your basic stuff. So what we're going to do, everything is explosive. Remember, you want to hinge. This hinge muscles need to be strong because all your power comes from hip flexors and hinge there. Alright. So what we're going to do... Right, start it off. Right, I can put a weight on there now. So he's going to go. So normally we'll put 1 or 2 or 3 plates on it. So he's going to go down in a full squat. Ja, stomachie terug. Press, hinge, and explode. Hold it there. Lock it out, lock it out, lock it. Right, stay there. Another exercise where you can stay, we don't have to use this, is you can just, in terms of core, so use your rotation, and when you're there, explode. Rotation and explode. So you're gonna rotational off center, and you got strength. All depends what you put on here. Okay, but with this primary school guys, when they come through a process of terms of normal strength and conditioning, this is all the kinds of stuff they can do. Because if the bar is heavy, but when the bar's in the landmine, it's not that heavy. It's just to get the movement right. This, think explosive. Don't think slow. If you train slow, you become slow. Right. There's times that we do normal strength stuff that makes you strong, gives you a big base. But the stuff we do for field training needs to be explosive. You need to be fast. Slow feet, don't eat. Dis die belangrikste daar. And there's a lot of drills that I'm not going to get to today, but we'll get there. Then another things we can do for explosiveness. Again, Mikey fit it. I'm going to change like this. So it's all fun stuff. So you're going to push up that, push up middle, push up up. I can hear that. So normally I've got another bench, but sorry I forgot it. I'll show this one, I'll show them the more difficult one. So after you do a heavy set of maybe of bench press or explosive exercise, or a strength exercise is 5 to 6 reps, more for the advanced guys, always combine it with something more explosive. So you can do 4 or 5, all depends on what level your athlete is. So you're going to go push up, you're going to touch it, touch it, touch it, touch it. Looks easy, somebody want to try? Come, want to try? Just to get the feeling. Dit is kom sterk goes hier. Right. Different variation that we also use. Remember, always try and make it fun as well, because I always say gym is very boring if you don't mix it up. So every game is also, some games are boring, but you must make it nice for yourself. So this exercise, a little bit more challenging stuff. So same thing, but I'm going to control the ball. Alright. And as you're getting stronger, listen guys, push up. There's nothing that makes you stronger than a push-up if you do variations of push-ups. If you bench press 100 kilograms, you're not going to do 100 push-ups. If you bench press 100 push-ups, if you can do 100 push-ups, you're going to get easy to stronger in terms of bench press or anything like that. Right, this works like this. We're going to do 50, 20. Yeah, push up with that. Okay. Touch. 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 Touch, wide, close, wide, inside, change. Right, that is a not the beginner version. He's going to show you the more advanced version. He's going to lift his feet as well, explosiveness. Now I think, now it's core, hip flexors, so you can the hele tyd jump. Ek maak net vir die jongetjies nou heeltyd wys hier. Right, okay, lift, lift, lift. Lift, 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 lift. All right. So just a progression on that. Think explosive the whole time. Even when you use a stupid exercise like a push-up, make it explosive. All right, guys. Just think about new things. All right. You have geprobeer het.
He likes to drinking, guys.
This is a serious like a party trick. Maar later ja. Alright. Right. Ek het ongelukkig my laddertjie vergeet. Maar ons kan sommer gou ek het dit gedoen. So 'n ander variasie van daai. Onthou ek wys julle 'n variasie van daai kan nou goed raak, maar raak dit boring. Remember, if you do general conditioning with any kid, it's going to be a transfer from what you do in the gym to the field. Altyd. Maak nie saak of jy enige oefening doen. But you're going to get to a level where the transfer stops. So then you have to do things that's different to actually activate your body in terms of strength, in terms of explosiveness and mobility. So you moet heeltyd die goeters bietjie verander. Right. Okay, this imagine this is a ladder, like normal agility ladder. So we're going to do it inside. So we're going to do just the first one. It's going to be an explosive push-up. So you're going to go to the middle and back. All right, go. So you jump. You can lift your feet as well and back.
Whoa.
Right, I'll give him a quick rest. Right, now silly exercise against stability chest. Just walk there and back as fast as possible. Use the legs, use the feet. Right, right. Third one, staggered. One hand up, one hand up. All different. Use the feet, jump up and back. Right, right. That's like one set. If you got agility ladder, you can actually jump both 2 push-ups, jump over 360 to the other side, or stand in length of the agility and just go in and out. There's a lot of stuff. If you chat tonight, there's a lot of things we can discuss regarding that. I'll just show you a few things in terms of that. One silly exercise. When I suck on the blood actually. Right, with this, remember what I told you, when you run, you're not running in a straight line. You're always fending off opposition, always at different movements. So, all depends how heavy you go in this. You can take your Olympic bar, but it's a straight bar. With this, I'm going to take your elastic, and you're going to take your elastic here, and there, and hold it up and overhead squat. So immediately, there's different transfer. So now, he's going to lunge walk to me. So now I have to focus. Anti-rotational. Every time, everything is different. Knees different. Different strengths working, not just in a straight line. Right? Change sides. Okay. Right, leave it like that. In terms of if you got a bar, if you got an Olympic bar, just a bar, or maybe try and put a 10 and put a 5 here. And when you're then in the squat position, you just do normal squat jumps, but uneven. So that's maybe easier to do with a bar, maybe a 10 and a 5 this side. With the elastic, it's going to be difficult to do the jumps. But the elastic is nice because it's uneven. Right. Even when you do bench presses, put elastics on the side. If you just take a bar and you put 2 20 kg kettlebells, you'll feel the strength is totally different. Because you need to engage the rotator cuff in all movements, not just pressing. Pressing is just boring. Never press straight, it's always different directions. Okay. That's a few explosive things combined with the strength. Another one, just get to, we call it a clean and press. You get a clean and press, it's also a good exercise when you got a few dumbbells and you work them on field. So you've got 2 movements. Normally, you know, a clean and press like that, you're going to do a front press, up press. It's one movement. There, up. And explode, up. Explode, up. That's it. Explode, up. Both movements, fending off, going up. In terms of that, heart rate increases with everything you do. I'm going to show you a silly calf exercise. Very good for, where's Niku? For the locks. They can jump. So some call it Usain Bolt jumps. So you're going to go down in a lunge position. Every time you keep your knee on the ground, okay? Because you jump from the 0 base. With this one, you keep your heel in the air. So if you do this for 30 seconds, I promise you, your legs, your calves, everything is burning. So you can do calf raises and stuff like that, but it builds calves, it makes it stronger, but you need stuff to actually activate the muscle. So with this for 30 seconds, one side. No, finish one side. Right, now he jumps and he lands. He's got like an explosive power. He lands on his toe the whole time and his heel stays in the air. Hands back and explode. Hands back and explode. Keep the heel up. If you do that for 30 seconds, lekker exercise for a lock. Is jy een op die ander kant? Jy sien jy kan?
Jannie.
Yeah. Always just makes your props very strong. Or get a skinny look. Alright, that's just a few exercises of a lot in terms of just strength training. Okay, what we do with the strength. Okay, and the explosive power that we've done now. Right, now I'm just going to get to some positive transfer exercises. Exercises just more bit of speed. So we actually implement that a little bit to the field. The first one, it's also fun again. We use this exercise. I have little fancy lights, but I didn't bring them today, so the lights will go on different sides. Or when you're at school, you number. You maybe put a bit of a number. Alright, so what's going to happen? I think Roland is faster, so I'll let Robin call the... So what I also want, I don't want you to run with your arms. Keep your hands behind your head. So learn to use your legs and learn to use your hips. You can't run like that. So you have to stay there. Alright, so he's going to determine where he's going. Let's see if you can do 30 seconds. So you have to shadow in. So when we got lights and it goes on in different places, it's quite nice because you run to the light. So you also get visual perception where you have to run and which light's going on where. Okay. Right, let's just go. Let's do a few. Right, Robin decide which ones he goes. Right. And stop. Stand. Okay. Try and shadow in. Try and shadow. Go back. Quick feet. Right, in terms of fitness, makes you very tired. After that, you can say, all right, run to a 50-meter walk-back recovery. So you've got a combination of fast speed and run, especially with your backline players. Fullback is in here, and now you have to run back to fetch the ball. So do explosive running and back. Other one is also a fun one that we can do. We're going to do this one here. So you can call it. So just take two markers there. Face me. Right, so you have to focus. Both together, that's purple, that's yellow. So I'm going to say purple. You have to snarl and he must catch you. So you must think reaction. Think reaction time and focus. Okay, yellow. Nene, you must hard. Yeah, try and run like 10 meters. We put another beacon straight a little bit, so it's quick feet, reaction, and time and space. Yeah. Okay. Right, you must catch him. Purple. Right. So have a competition. Always maybe at the end of a session. It's quite lekker. Right, yellow. Right. So you can go. We can do a lot of that. That's the kind of games you play. Make it fun. But also work in terms of the purpose of the exercise. Reaction drills is very important. I think sometimes we slow, especially from the ground up. But we call it skills under pressure. If I tell you to do 50 burpees, you're going to be tired. But if I tell you to do 50 burpees, we do one of those and we do explosive things. Then you're only going to get tired after the third exercise. So you have to focus. There's no use you're going to stand at a loose scrum and you're tired because you can't focus. We have to look up and say, yes, we've got to overlap, pull this guys over. So try and do compound exercises. Use something explosive, something strength, something fast. Especially maybe when you're on the field or if you gymalize it, or you can do a lot of stuff with basic stuff. You don't need fancy gyms. You can do a lot of things without it. Okay? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just go a little bit, a few positions in terms of props. I'm going to show you core stuff for props. The thing is, props and hookers are specialized positions, but nobody gives attention to it, especially from a young age. So what we're going to do, I'm going to use, okay, just go into a plank, Robin. Right, put this, sit for you, right. Right, so normally when I've got a rack at home or at the gym, I'll hook it there, so immediately his core's engaged, alright. So hold it there, so depend if you're tight head or loose head, right. And I'm going to stand on this side. I'm going to hook this over his neck. I'm going to stand in line there. So now I'm pulling it. So now he's got anti-rotation for scrum and he works his neck. Alright. When you're a bad prop, you learn lekker to go in. Okay, gaan. Use a loose forward so you won't know it. Where's Richard? Right, now, with this, what I can do in terms of, this is just for strengthening. If you play tight head, you can do it on the other side, play loose head. Learn that the guys are strong in this position. Because if I've got a short shoulder, and I've got a strong pulling arm, then I'm strong. What I can do, I can also take a light dumbbell with this hand, and I can just, while I'm doing this, then you can just hold it there for a few seconds and pull it back. We're going to exercise we call a commando plank. So we put this hand behind your head, behind your arm, and now immediately his body, now you got double rotation from one side and the other side, and your heart rate goes like this. Okay, other variation, I'm going to show you one or two variations. We will use that ball. Right, like I'm going to use him now. Right, so as you guys get more advanced, you make it a little bit more difficult. Alright? So now, he's put his hand on the ball. Yeah, so now, you lift the other hand in a shoulder tap. Hold that, yes. So while he's there, I'm pulling his neck, his core is engaged, and Robin pull the other side. Lekker, it's a lekker exercise for me. So that's basically one exercise. Right, with youngsters, it's maybe a bit advanced. Remember guys, to strengthen your neck is not just for props, it's for everybody. Because you get stingers in a tackle, you tackle like that. Remember, if you do this, you're going to get injured. Keep your hands close, and this part is the part that needs to be strong. So what we can do is hit him. I won't like that. So again, for backline players as well. So I'll put this there, and I'll put this on a rack. Sit your hand aan die ander kant. Sit your hand aan die weight aan die ander kant. Alright. So what you do is you just pull your neck. Kyk gou, you do it. So there, while he's pulling. Fine. So while he's pulling, you're going to take your kettlebell, it's a bit more uneven, sorry, he's a bit tall. So you pull it up.
Nee, jy's bietjie kort.
He's a flanker, he want to do this. There. Give me a short, okay? Shorter, sorry. So what you're going to do is not turning your neck, you're just going to pull your ear to your hip. So you're just going to go there. Right. Dan sê hulle voor hy is dom, né? What's Richard Band? Yeah, but you get the idea. So let me do it. Okay. So I'm gonna be there, and I'm gonna go up. Go up. Remember, tackle, neck, shoulder, trap, strong. Jy kan eintlik eers 'n nek trek as ek net so ver staan. Is dit al klaar spanning op my nek. Onthou, dis nie altyd die whiplash wat jy hier kry nie, dis die shot wat jy van die kant af kry. So ek gaan daar en ek gaan oor. Ek gaan daar en ek gaan skram ding. Right. Sewe jare. 5 minute. Right. Ek gaan gou vinnig vir julle sommer net gou. Ek gaan nou kom ek bys gou vinnig 'n loose forward drill. Waar's my sak? Dit is maar net vinnig op, vinnig af. Ek gaan hom nou 'n bietjie verkort tot 5 minute. Alright, vir 30 sekondes intervalle byvoorbeeld. Dan as jy doen 'n oefeningie vir 30 sekondes, as jy ouetjies fikser is, spring jy op en jy beweeg in 'n rigting. Want alles wil jy in verskillende rigtings doen. Jy wil nie in 'n reguit lyn hardloop. Jy wil altyd 'n aftrap ergens so dink ek. So ek gaan 'n loose forward wys en ek gaan 'n bietjie backline goed wys. So ek gaan 'n vletjie blaas. So hy gaan ingly daarso en hy gaan hom oorvat en hy gaan opjump, daylight wys. Gly weer daarin, draai om, op, daylight wys, op, gly in, draai hom om, daylight wys, op, gly in, draai hom op. Jy kan nou gaan ek nou 'n rekkie bysit en al daai goeters en later kan ons op in die tyres sit op verskillende rekke. Maar laat jy net eers die basies kry van val en opstaan. Want hoe vinnig jy in ons tyd as jy getackle en dan lê om almal te sien wie die Here was, maar nou moet jy opstaan en die bal wen en hardloop. Dan is jy die Here. So jy kan 30 sekondes met hierdie doen. Hierdie is meer 'n backline, 'n backline drill of los voorspelers. Weer eens onthou, Browling kan hoogspring, hy kan op 3 tyres spring, maar ek kon nie die 3 tyres saambring vandag nie. So hier is net 'n gewone drill wat jy kan doen. Ag, jy gaan 'n bietjie moeg word, okay. So jy gaan weer doen, daar doen. Ek wil net gou vir julle 'n verskil wys hierso. Jy kan 'n hekkie so pak, hoe hekkie, kom gou in. Jy kan die maklike variasie is jy jump oor en jy jump dubbelbeen sideways. Ja, dubbelbeen sideways, weer terug oor Alright, bly net daar. Alright. Nou, die volgende ene, wil ek hê sy land. Moet hy land op een been. Onthou, jy's 90% van die tyd een been as jy aftrap. So jy jump van 2 land met 1. Jump, een been land. Jump, een been land. Bly lekker laag. Een been land. Alright, so jy bly, doen nie lateral, dis die bewegings. Want jy kan net ver, kyk hy Jantie, sy trap hy 3 meter af. Jy kan sien as hy hierdie goeders doen, ek dink hy sal dit kan lekker ver doen. Alright, so hierdie ouetjie is net 'n kombinasie van eksplosiewe krag, bietjie agility. So ons gaan 2 keer deur doen. Alright. Box side, box side, box side, box side. So hy gaan 'n lekker hoë explosive box jump doen, gaan hy af, dan sit lekker vinnige voete en terug. Weer 'n box jump doen, vinnige voete aan die ander kant toe. Terug, weer 'n box jump. Terug, vinnige voete. Sien hy word moeg, maar hy word nie moeg nie want hy moet konsentreer. Kry oefeningetjies en terug. Right, jump oor. Right, dan doen jy single leg reg deur. Land een been. Land een been. Land een been. Right. Wag, hier gaan hy explode. Elke keer sprint af, sprint. Verander heeltyd die rigting. Maar pak jou bakens so dat jy kan sprint, dan moet jy bietjie decelerate. Help jy sprint net nie, want dan maak jy net so as jy verby hom.
Begin, laat ek maar
sprint, jy slek bietjie af, trap buite af en versnel weer. Right. So hardloop, trap. Wow. Reg. Is ek nie so lekker nie, kom Robin?
Jou beurt, begin oor.
Hy's 'n fort, so ek weet nie wat so lekker gaan lyk nie, maar ons kyk. Right, go. Lekker decelerate, trap af, sprint. Trap af, sprint. Trap af. Hy's 'n fort, sy aftrap is in 'n regte lyn. Right. So kan jy dit aan die ander kant, reg? So kan jy die ander kant ook doen. Jy klomp sulke variasies van stelletjies inwerk. Daar's so tot medisyneballe wat jy voor die tyd ook kan doen. So, skerels, dis in kort dat ek in 45 minute 'n paar ander variasies wys. Ons is welkom as julle vanaand hier is, kan ons 'n bietjie praat en ek is oop vir idees en nuwe goedes. Ek weet nie alles nie. Ek dink die sukses van ons strength and conditioning in Suid-Afrika gewees is dat ouens op 'n stadium elke maand of ook bymekaar kom so raai, wat is nuut? Wat doen ons? Hoe verbeter ons ons? Ek sien as 'n klomp ouens wat sê hulle bring ons van Rochelle want hulle is beter. Ek glo nie dis beter nie, ons sal hulle ons ver weet. So vir ons om soos die coaches bymekaar te kom en te deel in sekere goeders, deel in nuwe idees en deel in biomechaniek. Kyk na die game en ons ontwikkel goed rondom dit. En as jy die wetenskap bietjie verstaan in terme van eksplosiewe krag en daai goed dan is dit maklik. Right, enige vrae?
Ek sê daar is ongebruikte.
Right, dankie julle. Julle kan niks vra nie.